in the past, in order to try and get myself to be productive, I would do one of two things. I would envision my future self with like all the fancy cars and all the stuff that I wanted to accomplish, and I would pressure myself to the point where I was burnt out. Or the second option, I would envision my future self, but I would envision myself in such a low place, like I had no house, no money, on the street. I would be like, Shayna, you need to be productive now, because when you get old, you're gonna regret not living your life when you were 19. And it's just like, girl, give me, whoa, we're 19, like, let's calm down, let's reel it in. Welcome back. As promised from last week's video, if you didn't go watch last week's video already, it's linked up here. We're back with Shayna's top 6 tips for being productive. And if you saw the intro, you know I have planned it out for you guys, because 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this video, you are bed rotting, stimming, doom scrolling, distracting yourself in any form or fashion because you're stalling on being productive and you want to get things done, but your brain is just in its lazy state. So I broke it down, 6 tips that'll help you guys be more productive. So let's not waste any time and get straight into it. Okay, this is in no specific order, but number 1, journal. And I know you hear it everywhere you go. You need to journal. The reason why we aren't productive, why we're so sluggish, is because we're carrying around all these feelings. You don't really think about it till you're in bed at night and you're just looking up at the ceiling like, why are all these emotions coming up right now? Because you're carrying around too much weight, too many emotions that you haven't let go of. You're carrying it on from your day to day. So to fix that, you need to start journaling. And I'm gonna give you some tips for your journal. 1, obviously get a cute journal so that you'll be motivated to journal. But 2, you need to have the phrase, I feel, in there a whole bunch. That way you can start to internalize your feelings. I'm an English major. Writing is what I do, and I didn't realize that I didn't even know how to convey how I was feeling to other people because I didn't spend that time with myself. Especially when I did pageants, I really got to understand the power of journaling. You're just sitting down, spending time with yourself and your feelings. And a lot of the times that can be very embarrassing or troublesome because you're having to like confront uncomfortable feelings. You will be 10 times more productive if you will let go of the past, let go of those feelings. And I really recommend journaling before night. That way you don't go to bed with anything on your heart, on your mind. Number 2, now this one is actually going to require you to get out of your bed and be active, but number 2 is go on your walk. I know there are some guys watching, but go on your hot girl walk. When I go outside, it just makes all of my problems feel so much smaller. And I feel like the reason why we're not productive a lot of times is because we get so overwhelmed. And so when you go outside, it just literally alleviates all of your problems off of you, and you can just breathe, walk, listen to some chill music. And also when you walk, when you get out of the house, it serves as an opportunity for you to get away from social media a little bit. And I know that's such an old-fashioned mindset. You're against social media. I'm not against social media. I post on social media, but I'm just saying the people on social media, from what I've seen, are some of the most hardworking people I've ever seen in my life. Like, how are you doing all of that in one day? So when you are constantly fed that, and I know other people's actions shouldn't dictate how you feel, but it just makes me feel like a failure and like I'm not productive enough. And so I compare myself to them. So when I spend my time on my walk, it feels like I'm doing something for myself. But number 3 is going to be create a daily checklist. I know this stuff seems so simple, but I'm telling you, if you incorporate it daily, you know, when you have those 3 a.m. burst of energy spasms and it's like, oh my gosh, I want to do this, this, and this. This is how to keep that long term. You need to incorporate this for the long run. And this is especially good for like work, for school. When you create a checklist, it helps you to visualize all the things that are demanding your attention. When you feel unproductive, it's probably because you feel like you're spreading yourself too thin. All these different people, places are trying to get you to come in their direction, need your attention. So make yourself a checklist. I did this when I was in community college, my first semester, y'all. I had 1B and I had 18 credit hours. You know, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm just saying, like, when you make a checklist, it helps you to visualize instead of dramatize. Dramatize, I don't know. But if you're just like, oh my gosh, I have this assignment, and you're trying to remember all that, girl, boy, no, it's not gonna work. You need to visually see what all is being required of you and then go ahead and check it off. And that way it also serves as like, okay, I got this accomplished. You can start to feel like a little bit of reward for that. So that's tip number 3. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Unpopular opinion. I need to implement this in my life, so don't come for me, okay? I'm speaking to myself. But you guys, we gotta limit our social media. I know. In my experience, especially since I watch a lot of K-pop, all my K-pop lovers out there, y'all are gonna really hate me for this one, but when you're on social media, it's subconscious. You probably don't know that you're doing it. You're glorifying and idolizing a lifestyle that is not your own. And in turn, it keeps you from living your own life. And I know you're like, no, I don't do that. Like, it's just for fun. It's just, I'm telling you, you sit in bed. Let me not say you. We sit in bed all day long, doom scrolling on Instagram, doom scrolling on TikTok. You have those little videos that pop up that are like, wow, you've been scrolling for a long time. Don't you want to go to bed? Limit your social media consumption. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Social media is corrupting our minds. So I would really suggest that if you want to feel more productive, yes, you should limit your social media intake. Okay, we're winding on down. If you want to feel productive while doing something, like tell me how to be focused, listen to loop music. LOOP. Oh my gosh, your sense of focus will be so much better because that loop is just constantly playing. It like makes you forget that time is there and you're able to work without any distraction. My freshman semester, I listened, don't say anything, don't try and judge me. I listened to the Mario soundtrack playlist loop over and over again. I really think there's something stimulating about those video game soundtracks or whatever. Also, I think I have a video that's like how to survive the first semester of college. Watch that video. What are you waiting for? Even if you're not a freshman, like there are still really good college tips in there because again, my first semester I was pretty on it. And I'm saying instrumentals, not words. Don't listen to your favorite artist if you want to be productive. You're gonna want to sing, you're gonna want to mouth those lyrics, and you need to be focused on the work. So okay. I am going to leave you with a scripture. It is Proverbs 13:4, because sometimes when you're so unproductive, when you are so lazy, I can tell you to do all this and do all that. When it really comes down to it, sometimes that's just not gonna work, and you have to have something in your head that tells you, okay, I know this is not right. I can at least think on that. The soul of the sluggard, which is like slow or lazy, craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. So when you get so lazy to the point you can't move, you can't get out of bed, think on Proverbs 13:4. If you are sluggish, if you are lazy, You are going to crave all those good things that you want in the ways that you want to be productive because you see how it could benefit you. You're going to want those things and you're going to get nothing. But if you learn diligence, if you learn commitment, which is doing something regardless of how you feel, then you will be richly supplied. Being productive, you will thank yourself later in the long run for implementing these tips into your life. That's going to be all of my 6 tips for how to be productive. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And also, remember to speak with sincerity, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos from me. All right, bye.